Peacemaker is finally back, baby. Oh, heck yeah. Or wait a minute. I'm not sure how to create that Peacemaker sign. I think that's the rightful way to use the Peacemaker sign. That came from one of the most underrated anime series of all time from the 2000 area. Well, anyway, hi, ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boop1997. This is my review for today. And today, I have no review, ladies and dudes. But once again, it's time for my another quick thoughts of another movie that I'm dying to see. But I gotta wait till it comes out for maybe next year in 2019. But this movie already came out in Japan at the year of 2018, and I don't know why nobody had never talked about this film that came from one of the most underrated anime series of all time, and that is truly Peacemaker. I'm trying really hard to get that symbol right of what the Peacemaker thing means in our fingers. And yes, ladies and dudes, I will tell you the truth right now. I am a big fan of Peacemaker. Peacemaker deserves to be one of my favorite anime series of all time and one of my favorite animes of all time. And it had a really good storyline, has good, likable, or memorable characters, it has good animation, it had a good score, and yes, it was made from Gonzo. But for this brand new Peacemaker movie, it's gonna be made by somebody else, some company that I don't know of. And yes, they're gonna bring back the original cast for the Japanese dub, but they're gonna add two new actors who's gonna play Susumu and Tetsunosuke Ichimura. Yep, we're finally gonna get a time skip movie for Peacemaker that took place after the events of the TV series. And it's gonna be different than the story that was truly based on. You know, the original Shinsengumi story. I'm sure they have some of it here or there, but it's all fictional wise. Well, you know Japan, they like to make up ideas that were based by a true story and try to make it fictional or real life as soon as they can. And if you guys don't remember Peacemaker, here's what the storyline's all about that came from an original TV series. It's a story about a 15-year-old boy named Tetsunosuke Ichimura. He does have a dream to become one of the members of the Shinsengumi, but we already know that he's very short, he's not really that tall, and he does look like a kid, like maybe 7 or 8 years old, but he's really 15. And the reason why he wants to become a member of the Shinsengumi is because he wants to seek out revenge of this one terrible person who is responsible of killing his parents from the last 2 years ago. Only he and his brother Tatsunosuke Ichimura, they're the only ones who survived. And yeah, that's the whole entire plot of the original Peacemaker that came from the TV series. But now we have a brand new movie of Peacemaker that will take place, my main guess, 1, 2, or 3 years later. We're not so sure what the timeline is for the brand new Peacemaker movie anime thing. And yes, I finally saw the trailer at long last. I saw it twice yesterday and I did see it this morning again. I guess everybody wants to know is what the heck do I think about this trailer for the brand new Peacemaker movie. Well, to tell you the truth, ladies and dudes, I freaking love it. This is a very interesting trailer indeed. And it's great to see our beloved characters again after a few years had passed. It's great to see one of our favorite anime series back, and it's becoming a movie at long last. We're finally going to get a time skip at long last. Hallelujah to that. I will say, for this new Peacemaker movie, it's going to have a very good, interesting storyline. It's going to be dark and serious than before. The animation is pretty darn beautiful. The character designs are pretty darn good. And yes, it is great to see Tetsu all grown up and become a mature young man. And also, he's going to open up his feelings for his girlfriend Saya. Says Saya's such a sweetheart. I really love Saya. She's such a nice girl. I hope and pray she could talk and get to know what her voice will sound like. I guess we'll wait and see what happens. And yes, ladies and dudes, I will admit this movie will be featured in a 2-part event. But we're heading on to the part 1 part. And there's going to be a lot of things happening for this movie. Like I said, it's going to be very dark and very serious. Well, from the TV series, it was pretty light and fun. There's going to be some dark moments here and there. Some stuff that'll end up on a sad note. And yes, for this movie, it will have some sad notes as well. Even for poor Mr. Okita. Mr. Okita is very, very sick. And I'm not sure how long he will live. And says he's having coughing problems. And there's going to be a whole ton of blood that's coming out of his mouth. And yes, that did happen in real life, in a true story, that Mr. Okita really died young. And sadly, we're going to lose a couple of our favorite Shinsengumi members, and that happened in true life too. But there's going to be a few of them that will survive. That did happen in the Shinsengumi story. So yeah, the Shinsengumi will have a short-lived life together as a group. It's going to be a really sad story. For real, if you know what I mean. So yeah, the trailer is pretty darn good, and I hope everybody needs to talk about it right away before we can see that Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. And I think this movie is going to be the next underrated one. If you know what I mean. So I'll go ahead and tell you about my final thoughts of the trailer for the new movie of Peacemaker. Overall, the Peacemaker movie is going to be one of the best anime trailers that I did see so far in anime history. I will say it'll have a good, interesting storyline whenever the movie comes out. The animation is so darn beautiful, and the character designs are pretty darn good in so many ways. It's going to be dark and serious than before. And it's great to see Tetsu all grown up, and he's going to open up his feelings for Saya, and it's going to be one great trailer that you'll never forget in anime history. So for my rating for this good trailer, I decided to give it a 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up, and 5 gold stars. Please check out this trailer right now. You will not regret it. For real. If you know what I mean. So anyway, that's my main thoughts of the trailer for the Peacemaker movie. And I'll go ahead and leave a link down below so you guys can check out this really good trailer that came from another great anime series that we all know and love from the past, the 2000 area. That'll be my thing to say. And join me next time for more videos to come. I got a lot of good ideas in my head, but I promise I will release it very, very soon whenever I can get there. So anyway, I'll see you guys later, and sayonara.